Slightly different video today. Look at this beauty. This is Mamiya 645 film camera, 120 roll film. This belongs to Spidersun. Now we've got a problem with this in that we want to change this top viewfinder. There is a problem with this top viewfinder anyway. It's not working properly. There's an issue with that. But Spidersun wants to put a rangefinder viewfinder on anyway, which we've already got. But we're supposed to be able to take this viewfinder off by turning this little thing. We're supposed to hold it down and turn it. There's that little thing there. There's a little dot on it so you can see it's going round, and there's a little direction of turning. You're supposed to hold it in and turn it, but it just spins and it doesn't engage on anything at the back. And what we reckon is at the back there's a screw that goes into some kind of cam maybe, and as you turn it that screw has got loose, so the cam is just spinning freely. So we have looked on the interweb, as you do, and we find that there might be a way to remove the viewfinder manually by getting at some screws that may be under that. So let's try it. Surely someone else has had a similar problem. But let's just try and peel some of these things off here. I'm going to start with just having a look. Yeah, look, so under there, so it's not actually this badge that we need to peel off, but under here there's a couple of screws. See that? So I'll put that to the side somewhere so I don't ruin it. Let's see what I can do if I undo those screws. So I've got a lovely little RS screwdriver here that I've had for many years. But it's got a nice little precision crosshead screws in it, well, crosshead bits like that, you see. So let's try and undo these gently and see whether we can get anywhere by doing that. Well, that was easy. That's the first one. And that's the second one. Oh, that's good now. So that whole plate seemed to move then. Lovely. Okay. So that's come off. So you see now there's this is obviously something that changes the exposure. That's good. We've got to somehow get behind here now and find the catch that lifts this off. That's the catch there, I think. So there's a little catch there. I've not tried this before, but I wonder if that will unplug it. Looks like it could. No. I'm sure there is somewhere underneath here, there's something that holds this on that we've just got to get to. Can't see anything the other side. This must be the sensor, moving a sensor for the light meter. Okay, so I can't see anything obvious there, but at least we can get some of the mechanism. Just zoom out a little bit. So here is the viewfinder, the rangefinder that we want to put on to replace. So you see it's a lot smaller, but we've got the little clips here. So it's these little clips. And then this has got the little knob on it as well that we turn. But that one definitely has got pressure on it. So as we turn that, do these little clips move somehow? Yeah. So see that as it turns, you can see those clips moving. So those clips there have got to move back. So we need to somehow get in, if we can, on this from the front and see whether we can get to those two little silver clips and maybe just push them back. So, and that might undo it. So I can't see a lot in there. Let's get another light, another phone here and see whether I can look down that and see whether I can see those clips. See the top of, well, I can see wires down there. So where would the clips be if I take that one? And that's the back. So the clips are level with the film winder. So that's quite a way back in. So I need something that will get into about there. Whether I will be able to get in is another matter, but possibly I can get in there. Two little screws there. I wonder if I took those side screws out, whether the top might begin to come off. Let's try that. Check whether they're the same. Right, they're bigger ones. So I think they're bigger. You see that? They're very teeny. Yeah. Okay. So the ones that are for that are smaller screws. So let's put them together. Put those there. And then this outer case might not get me anywhere, but that outer case, let's see whether that moves anything and frees up visibility a bit. Definitely something moved then. So that comes off. Or are there any other screws that we can see? Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there are. So I've got like a spudger that will go in. Is there a space between the top? If I push that back a little bit, is there a space that will go in? There is, but that stops. All right, so that won't go all the way in. The article that I read said to take a cocktail stick and put it in there. I don't have anything like a cocktail stick that I can think of, but difficult when I can't actually see anything inside. There's like just on the inside of that, there's some foam, which must be a light trap. Let's see whether we can get in here. So we can get in there, but it doesn't get us anywhere. I wonder whether we can see anything inside with the back off. Okay, so we have to push, that's it. We have to push that in and then it opens. So that's the film canister and that should come out. So no, unfortunately, so there's nowhere in there that allows me to see at that hook. I didn't think it would be, but I thought I'd just check because this is all light sealed anyway, isn't it? So let's put that back in and keep that safe. Okay, this calls for drastic action. I've been given permission by Spidersun to do this. So looking at these hooks, let's just get this in the right position again. I've got to push these hooks towards the back like so, towards the back of the camera. And I've put these green tape where the hooks are. So I've had to drill through this. Now, I didn't actually record drilling this because it involved three of us, one of us holding a vacuum cleaner, the other one holding the camera, and me with the Makita. And thankfully this was aluminium, so it went through really well. And then the hooks behind it are quite a strong chromed steel. So I was able to just go through that and it doesn't seem to have damaged anything. I just put a dot punch on there to mark the hole first, and I actually drilled the hole just on the fold in the metal as well, which was quite difficult, but it all worked. Now the issue is we can't drill that side because we've no way to get in. Even if we can't fix this viewfinder, we need to be able to get it off to put the other viewfinder on, and we could always tape that up or put a little epoxy plug in it or something in case there's any light leaks through it. So we might be able to do that again. So now I need some strong spring metal, and I do have some of these things. So let's just see. To begin with, now I have to push this towards the back of the camera, I think I said, didn't I? So let's just see whether I can get in there and move it. Let's try and do a close-up on this. See if you can just see. There we go. So just inside there. Oh, the light's not reflecting in, but it's just something in there that we have to try and push. Oh, and wow, it's that easy. Okay, so as soon as I pushed that, there was no force. So I'm able to open it. So I think if I look through here now can we see it? Let's zoom in again. It's going to be difficult getting some light in there. Right, you're not going to see that, so let's just zoom out a bit and just try and do it this way. So I'm just trying to find this hook here at the other side, and I can just see it with the light, just getting the light down it, but I just can't see that on the camera. And just trying to push it now. Let's try it from this way. I don't want to damage the glass inside it either. Oh, nearly. So I'm trying to push it back that way. There we go. Phew. Okay, so that's how to get one of these viewfinders that are jammed off. So I don't want to damage any of this bit here, so I think straight away let's just pop this other viewfinder on. I think we know that this works correctly, but I think just like that. Yeah. Oh, it goes on so easy. This is such an amazing camera. Well, there you go, that's on there. All right, so that's how to get a jammed finder off there. And of course we still, it might be a thing to try and fix this, but we can get at some more of the screws now, so that's good if nothing else. So I'm hoping if I undo these screws here, this will come off and I might be able to see what's going on with the mechanism here. But maybe I'll do this in another video and see whether I can somehow manage to fix that. So I hope you found this interesting and how to do it. Obviously it was a bit destructive of the camera, but not actually the camera, it was a bit destructive of this, but I think probably some black tape over that might solve it, or maybe a little bit of well, something in the hole anyway, and then maybe putting some black resin over it, something like that will sort it. So I hope you found this video useful, how to remove a jammed finder that this bit doesn't work on a Mamiya 645. Bye.